Hello students, good morning. Today I am going to discuss how to connect the Linux EC2 instance from the terminal of the Mac system. Normally in Windows, if you want to connect to the any EC2 instance, suppose you have Linux Red Hat system in your EC2 or in AWS account you have login, then you have created one instance that is of Red Hat Linux. Then you want to connect to that Red Hat instance from your Windows machine. There are many ways. One of the ways like through PuTTY. So PuTTY is a software through which you will create a SSH connection using the key that I have told you. In Mac system, we have the PEM key, PEM. Okay, so that during the instance creation, AWS has given me one key that is called a .pem key. So I have stored that pem key ls yeah star .pem. You will able to see many pem files with my download folder. So here this is the one pem file that I am going to use. Sometimes you guys are asking me what is the pem file. Okay. So it's not a big question, guys. So always you are asking me what is PEM file, what is that PPK file. So if I will tell here, then it will be like a spoon feeding. So as I told, every time you just ask Google, okay, what is a PEM meant for? So just go to this, okay. Here just type what is PEM file, okay, or you can tell like what is a .pem file, okay, PEM certificate file, privacy enhanced mail. Here it is written. So if you can ask like this, the PEM file in Linux, okay, in AWS, AWS, what is PEM and PPK file in the AWS? So lot of things are coming here. So let's do this. So it's a privacy enhanced mail. Okay. So here we'll go to this. Here you can get the PEM stands for privacy enhanced mail. The PEM format is often used to represent certificates. Certificate requires certificate chains and keys. The typical extension of PEM formatted file is .pem, but it does not need to be. Okay? So every time you should not ask anybody, right? Everything is in front of you, so you can directly check here. So this PEM file is given by AWS to connect that server from my this machine because this is my Mac machine. That maybe all the Linux commands are not going to run in this Mac terminal. That's why I don't want to show anything that is related to Red Hat. I'll run here. I would like to connect to that Red Hat machine through my Mac machine using this key. So what I'll do here, I'm writing SSH minus I, then that PEM key, then EC2 user. If you are having the Red Hat machine to be connected, then here you have to return EC2, right? EC2 user. Suppose you are going to connect to the machine which is in Linux machine, that is Ubuntu machine, and here you have to write Ubuntu instead of EC2 user. So Ubuntu. So Ubuntu is a default user for the AWS Ubuntu machine, and EC2 user is the default user for AWS Red Hat machine. And this is your public IP address of your Red Hat machine. Because I am using Red Hat machine, here it is public IP address of this here Red Hat machine, and it is EC2 user. Okay, so what I like SSH minus I and PEM key and EC2 user at the rate public IP address of that Red Hat machine. So if you put enter key, then it is going to connect to that system. Okay, so till now everybody is fine, I hope. So I have got that particular machine now. So already I am connected to Red Hat machine. So now I will go for this PPT wise. Okay, I will go for Linux commands, and I would like to follow this particular sequence, okay, while discussing all the things that are available in Linux and what are really needed for you guys as a data engineer or any courses like DevOps engineer or data analytics engineer or big data analytics engineer. Okay, so anything, but so whatever courses you are doing nowadays for a job oriented program, so you you need to remember all these commands. Okay, so next I'm going to the terminal where we can do the practice. Let me do this, okay, in the terminal. So the very first command that I have executed in my Mac system to connect to this machine. So once the Linux machine is connected, then I will try to execute all the commands that is present here. So here my screen has some garbage, you are able to see, right? Like so I will like to clear this screen first. To clear the screen, there is a command called CLEAR. Now onwards, whatever thing I will execute here, they will told as command. So let's first be acquainted with this whole screen. So the screen that you are able to see in front of you, that is nothing but your terminal. Okay, this is your terminal. The gray area that you are able to see, it's called terminal. Inside that terminal, you are able to see one line like this. This line is a default line. Always it comes on your screen. So where you will write something. Suppose I will write ABCD, then here, so wherever you are starting your writing, okay, that place, this thing is called a prompt. So this prompt will come by default once you will connect it to any of the Linux system or Linux. Okay, so this is called terminal. This is the area that you are seeing, and this is called a terminal. In front of this terminal, you are seeing one dollar symbol. So it might vary. That may be dollar symbol. That may be a hash symbol. Suppose if you are connected to this machine using EC2 user, then you will get a dollar symbol here. Suppose you will connect to this machine using it root user, then you will get a hash symbol here. I will come to that point later. So now focus on these two things first, terminal and prompt. So wherever prompt is ending, I will start writing. So what actually I will start writing? क्या हम लोग लिखते हैं ये जो डॉलर सिंबल के सामने what we are actually going to execute, what we are actually going to write. So जो भी हम लोग इसमें लिखेंगे उसको बोला जाता है कमांड. तो कमांड मीन्स कुछ ऐसा कुछ रहता है राइट. मतलब suppose I want to write anything, it will not actually work full, like not fruitful, or it is not going to work. So I'm telling command. Why? So you guys might have listened this terminology like command in the military group of people, like so Sabdhan, Bisram, you have remember, right? So in the parade, the brigadier or the team lead of the team ये बोलता है कि सावधान विश्राम. So they can use some other words also, right? Why they are using Sabdhan Vishram? These are the command words, okay? So like this, in Linux, we have some command words. Each command has some responsibility, okay, to do the tasks which are related to the Linux and which are related to the operating system. So whatever we want to do, like suppose I want to create a file, I want to see the processes which are running, I want to delete a file, okay, I want to play with some data, like I want to copy the data from one file to another file. For each of the tasks that I have told, against each of the tasks there is a command. That command is nothing but it's a combination of some letters, English letter. For example, I want to see the current date of this system, then DAT command, okay? If I write DAT in the in this form, then it is going to show you the current date. Just see, okay? Suppose I want to see what is the calendar for this particular month. I want to show you a calendar for this particular month. Then cat command is there. No, sorry, cal command. CAL. Cal command is used to see the calendar of this particular month. And if you will see, it is highlighting today's date also. So like this, whatever I am executing here, that is going to be either give you the result. How it gives the result? That this, when I'm executing this particular command, this particular command will be taken care by the cell which is running behind this terminal. So cell is a interface between you and your kernel. Cell is the interface between you and your kernel that already I have discussed while I was discussing the cell or that architecture of Linux. The cell is the interface between the user and the kernel, which has the responsibility to execute your command. So while executing your command, if it found this is a valid command, then it is going to give you the result. If it is found this is invalid command, then it is going to give an error. And this cell is always work like a ready army man, ready army man to take your request and give you the response. And it always being behind this terminal. So behind means आपको लगेगा कि मैंने ये टर्मिनल बंद कर दूंगा इसका पीछे दिखेगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. कहाँ है इधर? कुछ नहीं. सो ये यहाँ पे रहता है बट हमको दिखता नहीं. ओके, तो इसके पीछे मतलब क्या है कि ये वर्चुअली अवेलेबल है आज ए सॉफ्टवेयर. सो हम लोग ऐसा सेल को अगर डिफाइन करेंगे, बहुत सारे डिफरेंट डिफाइन डेफिनेशन आएगा कि शेल इज ए इंटरफेस between user and kernel which takes the input from the user, gives the output to the user in the terminal itself. Like suppose I want to see the current user, that user I have used to connect the Linux machine, that is called who am I using command, sorry, who am I. So who am I is a command which is used to see the current user. There are different ways you can see the user also. Echo dollar user. So dollar user is used to see the EC2 user, and who am I is also used to see the EC2 user. Which user I have used to connect the machine. Who am I? Here, who am I is a command. Here, echo is a command, but using echo, I am taking the help of another environment variable, that is the user. The user is an environment variable. In front of user, if I am writing a dollar symbol, then it is telling that value of this user defined variable. The value of the user defined variable दिखने के लिए हम लोग echo command use करते हैं. Means to see the value of that user defined variable user, we are using the echo command. So there are two ways you can see the username that is being used by the user to connect that Linux machine. So guys, I hope you guys understood properly. So today was the session which was for connecting the Linux machine through Mac system and learning about some of the terminologies related to Linux. That today we have discussed what is terminal, what is a prompt, how to execute command, and what is shell. Okay, so I would like to wind up the session now. So we will see that other things tomorrow. Okay, let's stop this recording.